What's up guys, Celestia here again, back with another guide for Digimon Story Time Stranger. Are you confused with how personalities work in this game, trying to get your favourite Digimon, like for example me with Paildramon? I have a guide that's going to show you exactly how to get these personalities and make it much easier on yourself so you're not spending loads of money trying to do this. So first things first, there's two different methods. I'm going to show you how they both work. So first things first, we have the DigiFarm method. This is where you can spend money to speed up the training. So this makes it a little bit quicker, but you need to know how the actual things for the personalities work. So I'm going to show you how this works here, because it can be a little bit confusing even when you're training in the farm. So one of the things that a lot of people seem to be missing with the training is this symbol right here. So the biggest thing you want to keep an eye on when you're training in the farm is this plus symbol. So as you see, it's plus on sociable, literally directly in the middle. This means that I am as even as I can possibly be on sociable. It means that I can move wherever I want, really. So if I use these arrows which go up and right, which is heart and something else, it's going to move diagonally up and right. So it's going to move towards friendly. So if you train 2 times with that, it's going to be on friendly. It's going to be in the bottom left hand corner of friendly. So you will be pretty much in between sociable and friendly, but just on friendly. Then when you do it again, if you train left, it's going to move towards opportunistic. If you trained up and left, it's basically going to go opportunistic in the middle right. It's very hard to explain with just looking at the image, but I just want you to understand the plus is actually quite useful to keep an eye on. So for example, with Xvmon, we're going to see that in Daring, he's the top right hand corner of Daring. So we can go towards Brave, or we can go kind of towards Zealous, which is where we need to be. So if we train like this, you're going to see the plus move. So the plus is still in Daring, I believe. But then when you look back at it, so he's still in Daring, which is good. So as you can see, this method works. But he's going to have moved over because we picked left, didn't we? So when you look back at his personality, it's in the middle of Daring. So because we picked fully left, it only moved the plus left. If we did anything left and up, it would have moved to Brave, just like you're about to see now. Because it's literally right next to Brave. And then there you go. So he's changed to Brave. So then when we look back, we will see that he is actually just on the base of Brave. So he's in Brave, you know he's got that personality, but we want to see where he is within that. So you look back, and there you go. So he's the bottom left of Brave because we used left and up, so it took him to close to Zealous as possible, and then we can get him to Zealous by using either left or up and left again if you have it. So here we go, directly left, because he's close enough to it, he's going to be Zealous now. There you go. So now I have the chance to get Paildramon. Good thing is, as well, if you don't want to spend all this money to train them, there is a different method, which I'm going to show you now. So the reason I went over that whole explanation in depth is because you kind of need to know where your plus is for this next part. Because like I said, you can't actually see it out in the world. It only shows you where the plus is in the training in the farm. Annoyingly, I feel like that should probably be something that should be changed, but whatever. So when you know where the plus is on your Digimon's personality, this is another way you can do it. So when you're doing fights, I don't think it works when you insta-kill them. I think you actually have to fight, because after a few fights, if you stand around for a second, your Digimon will have these speech bubbles and you can speak to them. So what I do is I save it, and if I don't get the right one, then I reload the save. So because heart makes him go up the way, or up and left I believe, at this point. This is the same Vmon, Xvmon that was in Daring. So this moves him up to Brave. So then if we look back at him, where his personality was, I'm in the wrong section. So Brave, yeah, so he was the one who was kind of near the top of Daring, and it moves him to Brave when you select the heart, because it takes him kind of directionally over to where the heart is. So the heart meaning basically the 4 personalities, the big personalities with the 4 inside them. So Philanthropy, top left, bottom left is Wisdom, bottom right is Amicability, top right is Valor, where like all these ones that I'm trying to get to are. So when you select the heart icon, that moves you more towards the heart, and then that gives you the chance to kind of move over there, and you can see that you're progressing through those personalities within Valor. And then that's how you get this, by doing this method. And like I said, when you save it, you can always reload. So for example, when I saved later on after fighting a few more battles and getting another conversation, this happened. So this is essentially what happens. You save, you get this conversation, that's not the one I want, so I just clicked off of it, and then reload. And then when I reload, this is the next one. So just stay perfectly still, they'll bring up the speech bubble, and then you have 4 options to choose from. This took me about 6 or 7 reloads, but the reloads take like 3 seconds. So then I choose Heart, and he moves to Zealous, because that's in the direction of the Heart one. So that's what we want. If you have the 4, that's great, but if you have one of the symbols that you want to move towards, then you can select it, just do a few battles, and then basically save before you have a conversation, and then just rinse and repeat. That will allow you to move towards those personalities without spending thousands within the farm. If you have loads of money, then great, but I'm at the start of the game, so I didn't, and this is a much easier way to do it when you're just running about battling things anyway, so you might as well do this while you're doing that too. But hopefully I have explained it. It feels like I waffled on a little bit, but I did try and put as much explanation into the plus symbol as possible. Like I said, you can't see it unless you're in the farm, which is annoying as hell, but just take a note of it, like a mental note, and then just go out into the world, speak to your Digimon, save, etc., reload if you don't have the right one, and then voila, you will get your very own DNA Digimon, just like me, and my favourite boy, Paildramon, and then I will also have Imperial Dramon later on. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you are enjoying the Digimon content. I'm trying to keep it to guides for Digimon, because obviously the bosses aren't incredibly tough so far. But thank you for watching. You guys have a great day. Let me know how you get on in the comments if you're struggling with this method. But I hope it helps and you get the Digimon that you want. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. See you in the next video. Bye-bye. Remember, like and subscribe.